Welcome to this special episode of Legally Speaking. Today I have with me a UI law student who is also a musical artist. And I know you are already guessing who that may be, but let me allow you to welcome Pneuma to the studio. Welcome to the studio.
All right, thanks for having me. I'm the Pneuma and I'm an artist, so to say.
Musical artist.
Yeah, musical artist. So
why the name the Pneuma? I think I know that Pneuma is a Greek word, which means spirit or breath or something like that. Yeah. So why did you pick the name?
All right, so the Pneuma first off means breath, spirit, like you said. And the first time I gave myself that name, it was just Pneuma, Johnson. I named my PC Pneuma. I've always said this story about. So after naming my PC Pneuma, someone was just like passing by and was like, Pneuma. And then I was like, okay, this name is fresh. And I picked it from there. Like anywhere you see me, like Pneuma, yeah, I'm Pneuma. And then over the years, I refined it to the Pneuma to give it more substance. Okay. So that means like the spirit, the life, breath, you understand?
Life, okay.
Yeah, so.
That makes sense. How long have you been like doing this music thing?
Okay, so usually people will say that I've been doing music since I was a child. That's cliche.
I hear that every time.
So like I was born with music in the sense that I was surrounded by music. I was singing in the choir, my teenage church that time. That was like when I was like 13, 14 thereabout. That time I did not know if I could sing. You understand? It was when I got to UI that people were like, this guy, you sabi. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying my best. So that was when I realized that, okay, it looks like I can sing. I didn't even plan to do music professionally. I was just going to be singing in church and singing for people, like go out in the evening and just sing. And people like, this guy is a very good singer. So it was in 2022 that I was like, okay, I think I might actually have something to offer. So I started to write songs in my room. 2023, I dropped my first single, which was just like a demo track, not particularly release. That was Closer.
Okay.
That was 2023. I released it in October 25. So I dropped the song and I was like, people were like, this is amazing. Very, very beautiful work. So from there, I was ginger. I was like, let's do this thing. I dropped my next single, my main single. I'll call it my debut single because that was when I started music. That was last year, July 10.
Okay.
That was Blue.
Okay, yeah.
So I basically say I started singing professionally 2024.
Wow.
July 2024, yeah. I'd say that.
That's very recent actually. And that's nice.
Yeah.
So you are a law student as well?
Yes, I am.
So far, how have you been able to combine both? Because they seem like two words to me. So, and I'm speaking as someone who when I got to UI as a software engineer and I'm trying to study law, I struggled throughout my first semester there. So I wonder how you are able to manage both together easily.
Okay. So first things first, like you said, music and law are two different things.
Exactly.
Music is selfish. Law is selfish. Both of them are selfish. So at this point there, let me be honest. When I started, I was not particularly doing music 100 level. Okay. So I was able to build a good foundation academically. Yeah. And I'd always been a nerd. It was just on the reason I was like, this like no. So it was from 203. I was like, bro, I'm not doing law, like the nerds would do it, you understand? So like since then, music took more of my attention, but I was also trying to make sure that my law is going good.
Yeah.
So that it's like balanced, at least till I'm done with my course. So yes, it has been pretty chill. It has been pretty chill, but it has been stressful. I'd have to like record during the holidays, sometimes overnight. So like I could go like maybe during the weekend to the producer side, would work on some stuff. Then when this exam period, it's like I'm trying to like crash read. But I've been trying to I tried to fix that along the line, it now got more balanced and stuff. But the thing that made it harder was that I'd have to perform at places. I'd have to make content for my songs. So it was like really exhausting. I would not even lie to you.
Yeah.
People say it was tough, but now I can actually relate that it was actually tough.
I can imagine that actually. At the risk of sounding like people that used to ask me this question, because I don't like when people ask me that question, but I will still ask you either ways. So people used to ask me, whenever people see me, they'll be like, "Oh, you are a software engineer. That means you are going to tech club." And I'll be like, guy, who told you I'm going to tech club? But I will still ask you that same question.
Okay.
Are you like interested more in entertainment law, or you are just a proper law as it's meant to be law student?
Okay.
Not like...
So I like music so much. I like entertainment. And in fact, recently, this was about like 2-3 years, I started to discover, okay, even if I don't particularly do music, entertainment law is something that I would do.
Okay.
So I took some courses in under Sony Music, the one in Nigeria. I've forgotten the full name. It was like a boot camp and stuff. So we eventually took some courses on intellectual property and stuff.
Okay.
So I realized that I was conversant with a number of those terms, a number of those things that, and then having to deal with contracts. People have brought contracts to me and I've gone through and I'm like, this is something that is easy and seamless. I think maybe because you are a UI law student, you know.
200 level contract.
So like, yeah, so it was...
Contract is like almost what everybody talks
do you
about.
Understand? Do you understand? So it's just really, it goes seamlessly for me. When I see, I'm like, okay, I can actually do this. I can actually do this. So I'm interested in entertainment law.
And there are so many opportunities there too.
Yes, they are. Aside music, the movie industry, the showbiz, fashion, all of those guys. So long as it has to do with mainstream, dealing with reaching out to people outside, you know, your local area. So yeah, it works.
That makes sense. I like that. I like that. Thank God I asked them because it's like people put me on the spot when they ask me that question. I'm like, why must I do tech club? Like what if I want to be a litigator or whatever? I want to.
So you enjoy litigation?
No, not really. Like I'm not even in any.
You know, to be very honest, when we started law, that's when I realized that me, I don't want to go cause like, cause bro, the sessions are long and drab. You just sit down there like,
to moot court a few times and I'll be like,
bruh,
I don't want them cooking me.
The only thing that might be interesting about the litigation part is maybe where you are dealing with criminal cases and then you are doing the investigation.
Yeah, criminal.
Like you're assisting the detectives, maybe. Yeah. But I don't think I really enjoy.
I enjoy criminal defense actually.
Exactly.
Criminal defense, like being a defense. I love that because I believe that our current like prosecution and everything tend to get it wrong. So I'm really sold on.
So that's the part you want to fix.
Not necessarily. I'm not sure. I'm not picking anything. Okay. I'm just like open-minded.
Okay.
So, but we get to find out over time. No, I'm sure you know more about the UI climate more than me. But from what I've seen since I've stepped foot in UI, is that UI is not really a place that seems to be giving room for people who have musical talent to like show off and
stuff.
I think I'm not going to say they are not trying at all, but like I've seen other schools, so that's what I'm comparing them against. Like Unilag, OAU, we see these things. So, what do you think UI students can do better, and what do you think UI itself or ourselves can do better in regards to this?
I would always say that the bulk of the work lies with the artist, but at the same time, the community has a lot to do because if there's no support, it would discourage the creatives, you understand? So I think we can start with the PR team, like people that are involved in the marketing in the school. They can try to subsidize for creatives. You know, I mean, when creatives have their events, that's not the time you want to go and bring one crazy bill because, bro, creatives are just trying to like do these things because they love it. And I'm not saying that you should not put a tag. I mean, like for this level, you know that most of them are just using their own money to like fund it. So I think you can help them by, you know, subsidizing your rates for them. You can bill them, but don't bill them in a way that, you know, it even makes it tougher for them. Also, I think the students themselves should just listen to these artists. I mean, Of course, I know that there are artists that are not good and stuff, but at least you can hear them out first. And okay, if you are not feeling them, then you can now filter. But I think a number of artists now in the UI space, I think they have improved because we have changed the game like this. When I came, I know how the music climate in UI was. It was like, I'm gonna show you people are serious with this music. There were a few people that were actually doing good. But by the time myself, Syntax, I don't know if you know Syntax.
Yeah, I think I've heard the name.
Syntax, the creator. Zoa, and there's one of the artists, Laulu. Yeah, Laulu. So like by the time we started to like do our stuff, we started to change it. We were like, bro, let's give you people content rather than just clout. So from there we changed the game and it's getting better now. So I believe that students can just listen to your artists, listen to us, because I'm leaving actually very soon, but listen to us. And I feel like if the support is right from the students themselves, bro, we have 35,000 students. Come on,
I think there
you can even start a trend on its own that everybody's like, what's going on? Why is UI disturbing us?
I think it should be a kind of given that if someone is a UI student,
you must
listen to that UI student.
Exactly.
As a sign of support.
Exactly.
So that we will be able to say that this person is from my alma mater.
Exactly.
So I think that should be.
So it's a collective responsibility. If we have a sense of belonging, if we feel that, these guys are from us, and then let's support them. I feel like, because at the end of the day, everybody will benefit, whether you like it or not. Everybody benefits. I know people that are listening to me. I know people that are supporting me, and they don't know that I'm actually watching, because I'm not trying to like sound like God or stuff, but like I know how I'm going to try to like do something for these guys by the time I'm like where I'm going and stuff. So yes, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, Rush is coming method. Can you tell us about Rush? Like, what can we know? What can we afford to know for now?
All right. So for people that have been following me, they realize that my releases have been strategic in the sense that it's like there's a chronological order to it.
Okay.
I might not say chronological, it might be scattered a bit, but like I'm trying to like tell a story.
Okay.
So like I first dropped Blue. Blue was a sad song, a calm song that was talking about the issues that we normally face as people. Most especially relates to the guys, the guys understand that life is tedious and stuff. So women too can relate. I mean, don't get me wrong.
In this world, especially.
But in this, I was like talking more about the male experiences of, you are doing a lot and you are feeling like nothing is coming and stuff. So from there, I moved to explain it in clearer details. That's where I released Sombremesa. Okay. So Sombremesa is an EP and talks about my own experience of, starting as a young boy that was naive, and then I had to grow by myself and stuff. So I ended that without a resolution. Like I'm at a state that, okay, what do I do next? So Rush now came, because when I was writing Rush, I entered the studio and I was like feeling rage. I was feeling like, come on, man, I am somebody. You know, I'm not just wasting my time doing this music thing. I know that I am right. I'm doing the right thing. So Rush is a boastful track. I'll say that. Okay. It's a boastful track. It's energetic. It captures the Afrobeat essence. It takes the Fela style. It takes the Afro fusion. It brings in different things together. So that's why there's trouble, sleep, and go wake up. So don't come and disturb me when I am on my own. You understand?
Yeah,
that's the idea.
That makes sense. So we should be expecting Afrobeat, Afro fusion. Don't let me, because they are actually.
I made use of vocals at the beginning. I was like, I can say anything. I'm like, okay. But at the point I just started vexing. I brought the adrenaline into it. So the reason it's called Rush is because it's like giving you that adrenaline rush.
Like putting it into the music.
Exactly. It's giving you energy. When you're listening to it, you're feeling the drum beat of war in it. So
yeah, well done. I'm really anticipating Rush. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks so much.
And I know that many people are also looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And you guys should be ready to stream when it's out. The link will also be sent, right?
Yes. We'll release. And even if the link is not sent, so people that watch it from far, the Pneuma ThePneuma. You just find it
The Pneuma on
on my
Spotify.
page. Yeah, Spotify, Apple Music,
yeah.
every platform
Everywhere.
and stuff. So
Okay, what are the biggest challenges or obstacles you faced as an upcoming artist?
I think the major issue that most people that are coming up face is identifying who they are actually singing for.
Okay.
And identifying those you are singing for, that is your target audience, stems from understanding yourself as an artist. You understand? Like I always tell people, being an artist is you giving experiences out, is you telling a story, is you creating an ideology or formulating an ideology. And you cannot have anything to share if you don't have anything to give.
Yeah.
You understand? So first things first, I'll tell you, go to the drawing board. In fact, this can take years. I promise you, it can take you years before you discover who you are as an artist. So once you don't discover that, every other thing will be so hard for you. You understand? So once you discover who you are as an artist, you now know how to fix your funding issues, because funding is another issue that most people that are on the come up face. Okay. But once you have identified yourself, you will know how to work around that. So aside that, I think networking, most people that are coming up have issues with networking. They don't know how to do it. And it's going to make your journey longer if you cannot network.
Which aspect of networking itself? Is it like talking to people, reaching out to people, or
networking basically in the widest sense, knowing how to like pitch yourself to people, knowing how to make people want to know you, you understand? Yeah. Because as I don't like to use that word, but as an upcoming artist, nobody cares about you. Yeah. So you are the one that is going to make people want to care about you, you understand? It's a psychological game. So yes, that's it. That's
nice. It. Who are those that you will refer to as your influence in music? People who influenced you, your style or anything?
Okay. So me as an Afro-fusion artist, I draw influences from a lot of genres. I am not boxed, you understand? Yeah. While I listen to Afrobeats, I enjoy jazz a lot. I enjoy classical. I enjoy rumba. Okay. I like salsa, all of those dancehall pop, basically. Okay. So I have different artists in these genres that influence me. There's Ella Fitzgerald. She's a jazz artist. I also like Louis Armstrong. Okay. Yeah. I'm influenced by the Cavemen. The Cavemen. Burna Boy, of course. I mean, Thames, Rema. I enjoy these artists. I like Asha also. Yeah. And I enjoy Sade Adu, please. Yeah. There's no way I'm going to leave this space without talking about the legend. Right, you understand? So yes, big shout out to Sade Adu. Yeah. And yeah. So
I want you to speak to the listeners. Okay. I'm sure that this is an avenue where you will get the Pneuma fans. So like, what do you want them to know? Like, give them an impression of you and whatever you want them to know generally.
All right, guys. I'm the Pneuma once again. And my song release comes up May 3. That's a Saturday. That's Rush. And aside that, we are scheming something for September 27th. And that's like the biggest concert that Ibadan has ever seen from an artist that is, not Burna Boy. So we're doing the Pneuma Live 300 seats. And we're going to be having it at 365 Gardens at Hybrid Heights. That's opposite ICC. Okay. University of Ibadan area. Yeah. So we are planning to bring different genres together. I'll be performing my songs there. And we are doing for just 300 people. 300 people only. Our tickets, info is coming up very soon. You'll be seeing our hand very soon, Ja. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks so much.
So that's it today on this special episode of Legally Speaking. We'll be back next time.